Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Monday, March 31st, 2025. I'm here to do a collective read for you guys. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. I'm having a good day. It's still a bit overcast, wet, a little bit cool. I'm not complaining. Never complain if it's not snow or ice or freezing weather. I don't complain. Thank you for being here. I truly am grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for all your love and your support. You mean the world to me. You really do. You guys are wonderful. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button, subscribe button. Please consider joining this beautiful soul tribe. I'd be eternally grateful to each and every one of you. And I am, for those who have. Thank you for being part of my soul tribe, my family. Let's see where Spirit wants to go. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss? Guidance. So maybe you're in search of guidance here. Faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. You could have very good intuition. Maybe you're getting downloads in your dreams, showing you the way, what road to take, what direction. It's overarching energy. Congratulations. You have your own natural GPS system within you. Underlying energy. Oh boy. You're being guided. Okay. Underlying energy, Netflix and chill, sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. So somebody's being guided away from this. Either somebody wants to come and have Netflix and chill with you, or somebody is doing this behind your back. Something to do with a soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union, a reconciliation. So you did go through this, you moved on. Now somebody wants to reconcile. Harmony, resolving issues, getting back together. There's fighting here. So the one they went to, maybe they're fighting with them and they want to come back to you. Oh no, this is too much like work. I think I'm going to go back to the other one. Trust issues, one-sided and detached. Okay. A lot of fighting going on. Listen, the way I look at it is, if somebody's hurting you, lying to you, manipulating you in any way, why fight for that? Why fight for more of that? Okay? Obviously, I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you my opinion. Not a good situation. Guidance, faith, healing, intuition, dreams. Maybe you're getting directed to go the other way. Where are we going with this? Or you already have, and now they want to come back towards you. Maybe they're being guided to come towards you. Maybe to apologize. Maybe it's not a reconciliation per se into another relationship. Or maybe they want to make peace. Get it off their chest, off their conscience. Guidance. Where are we going with this, please? Where are we going with this for the collective? Help me understand. Tired of the drama. You or them. There's a recording of something here. Announcement, expression, revealing. So somebody got found out. Someone's very insecure. Everything's falling apart on them, falling to pieces here. Somebody, I don't know, you expected them to keep a promise to you, or somebody else is trying to keep a promise to somebody else and they didn't. Someone's depressed, okay? Something to do with a copycat yet again, full of envy. So somebody went to somebody else that was trying to be you. It's getting old here. Situation's about to explode. So maybe somebody got in the way of a relationship you had at one time, trying to be you because they thought they could be better than you. Phony, fake. And now this person's with this person, and maybe they're cheating on them, and or your past person's cheating on the third party. I don't know. Or maybe they're both cheating. There's a lot of drama, a lot of fighting. They're fighting over you, maybe, because they're realizing they had it really good with you. And they effed up. Oh, dear. Imagine. You don't want that one? No. Okay. Reciprocity just popped out. Okay, do you want this one? So guidance, tired of the drama, I'd say. Who needs drama? Life is hard enough without this added bullshit. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? What is the message here? Guidance, tired of the drama. Clarify this for the collective, please. Somebody's looking worn and haggard, maybe. Okay, thank you. Suspicion. So, yeah, somebody's very suspicious here. Vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. Maybe they think they're going to come back towards you, and they haven't. But maybe in the third party or whomever this is, is thinking, oh, they're going to go back over there because they're so great, because I want to be them. I feel they're so great. That's why I want to be them. You're using your intuition, or they're cautioning you to sixth sense, intuition, and subconscious. Or maybe somebody in the equation is finally tapping into theirs. Take it for whatever that is. Something's hot here. Popular, focus, explosive. So maybe something's gaining in your life. Maybe you're the hot commodity right now. You're very popular. Somebody wants to back into your energy because of that. I don't hear love, though. Yeah, you've changed, or they want to change now. Transformation, newborn, evolution. There's going to be some messages. There could be a newborn involved as well. Communication records, call records, and instant messages. Messaging. They want to go for a drink or a coffee, tea or water. Can't tell you what to do, but you know how I feel about that. Or you must know how I feel about that. I don't know. They keep guiding me towards this. So we'll see. It tells me there's a lot more to this than meets the eye, and it's going to come out in this deck. Guidance, tired of the drama, and suspicion. Where are we going with this, please? Somebody could be tracking somebody on their phone. There's denial. I didn't do it. I didn't sleep around now. I'm not watching somebody on my phone. I'm not communicating with anybody. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, accusations. Or maybe that's what they said about you. Oh, we broke up because they're always jealous of me. Meanwhile, they're sleeping around. You know, a lot of secrets going on. A lot of neglect. It's been going on for a long time, or somebody could be facing time, or time is up for these two, or this person is full of greed. So they're in this relationship for greedy purposes. Somebody's trying to backpedal now because you're doing so well. They want to come back towards you. Oh, I said they were this, that, and the other thing. I didn't mean it. You misunderstood me, or if it's a narc, I never said it. Something's faded here. Promotion and raise. You're doing well in life. They want to come back in. They want you to help promote them. I don't know. You're psychic, maybe, or they're dealing with psychics. Maybe they're trying to find out what you're doing. Someone's very conceited. They're in their ego. They're power hungry. Could have a demonic attachment here. Be careful. Courage and bravery. Fortune favors the brave and the bold, so be careful. Someone's very damaged, or they want to damage you, or they caused a lot of damage. There's an investigation, or somebody's looking into something. Someone's very angry. They want to compete with you. There's a pregnancy. Maybe somebody got pregnant to take someone away from you, okay? Or vice versa. There's a celebration here. They had faith that would solve their problems, maybe, a baby. You are of the faith. Somebody's shook or in shock here because somebody's healthy, you're healthy. Maybe they're sending you some spell work. Someone's very demonic, or they have a demonic attachment. Yeah, it's a cheater or cheater. Or they could have said that you had an STD and you're quite healthy and you gave them the STD. They're trying to sabotage you. They targeted you. They have low self-esteem. You would have to. A lot of secrets, yet again. They're harassing you, or they're claiming you harassed them and you have nothing to do with them. They're very superficial. Okay? It is what it is. I'm picking up somebody that will manipulate situations to make them look good, but also to... I've known people like this before. It's their birthday. It's like a week-long celebration. You must celebrate them for a week. You must buy them gifts. You must buy them drinks. You must congratulate them online each and every day and kiss their ass. If they get pregnant, it's like 9-10 months of them. And then afterwards, when the baby's here, it's however long of them. You know, it's just anything. They'll do anything for that attention. Meanwhile, every average Joe or Jane in life, they go through these things, and it's beautiful. You give birth, you have a baby. You know what I mean? But you're too busy with your baby and your life to want to go out there and have people fawn all over you and congratulate you each and every fucking day you're alive. It's a normal part of life. But they don't think so. So, you know, now that everybody's attention's going elsewhere, maybe towards you, because you're doing so well, they can't think of another way of getting that attention off, that focus off of you and onto them. Now they're thinking maybe they're fighting with this person that you might have had a relationship with at one point, and they're under suspicion that they're going to come back towards you. I don't know, maybe this this past person is using you as bait to get them going, saying, well, you know, I'm still talking to them, and they say this, and then you haven't talked to this person in a long time. Hypothetically, okay, that's what I'm picking up. This past person's using you as bait, using you as a weapon against this third party. It sounds like they're both needing to heal and grow up, especially if there's a baby involved. Somebody uses a fight as an excuse to go out and cheat. And I've known people like that too. They pick a fight with you, and then it's like, well, are we done now? We're over? So they leave the house, they go and cheat, and then they come back and they want you back. You get it out of their system, right? Matter of hours. They're not very, particular. You just leave the house, find somebody to do it with, then you come back. Oh, okay, I've cooled down now. Got it out of my system. Any people like that. Guidance, tired of the drama, suspicion, and denial. They needed outside validation other than from you. Because you know they're bullshit. And you're like, yeah, fuck up, leave. Don't come back. I'm only saying that because that person that you were with, male or female, most likely did shit like that. And the minute you get into a disagreement or a fight, they escalate it bigger than it actually is, so they can call their friends and leave the house. Usually it's on a weekend or around a weekend or a day off. You know what I'm saying, right? They already had plans to go out anyways. Yeah, the worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Somebody's detaching. Somebody's not toxic. This could be you or someone else. Just you bossed up, took back your power, male or female, doesn't matter. It could be a divine masculine. This could be the father of a child. You could be the father. Or this could be you. This is your ex. Maybe you do share children with this person. And they're just at it, doing some more of their bullshit. With somebody that's more their speed. Yeah, somebody wants to tell you the truth about something. They got caught doing something they shouldn't have done. Seven of Swords in reverse. Why include you in their bullshit? I don't know. Overarching energy, yeah. It could be a child's not theirs, or somebody's having a hissy fit. They're having an emotional outburst. They're immature, insincere, very, very childish. Feeling rejected and abandoned, or that's what they wanted for you, or that's what they did to you at one point. No new beginnings. They're not sorry for what they've done. They're heartbroken. Three of Swords. It could be a third party involved. Somebody doesn't do the right thing. This is all about ego and arrogance, pride, power and control. It's a poser. You know what I mean? It's a coward down deep inside. They don't do the right things. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. Somebody bit off more than they can chew. Could be angry. Where are we going with this? Page of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the upright. So somebody's heartbroken. Feeling sorry for themselves. They're not happy. No truth or clarity. They're in the dark about something, or they're keeping somebody in the dark about something. Could be sick. Yeah. Seen through the illusions, right? All that glitters isn't gold. Running out of options. Don't have a choice. They can't hoodwink people any longer with whatever they do and however they do it. Hiding and cloaking. They don't want anybody to know about this. They don't want to be alone. Yeah, somebody was giving and receiving with other people, prioritizing other people. Now, the other thing is somebody could have gotten pregnant by someone else and or got somebody else pregnant in the equation. You were very generous with this person. It's an opportunist. You were the blessing. They failed to notice that. You know, their life is falling apart. They're getting a dose of whatever they gave you. That's what I'm picking up. Archangel Michael just walked in. Hello, Archangel Michael. Thanks for being here. Hiding and cloaking a family. Or they had a family with you. Hiding and cloaking the fact that they were quite happy with you. Take it for whatever that is. Oh, he sends his love. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Yeah. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You could be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be. But now this person wants to be single. Now that they have a family, they don't want this anymore. Or whomever this is finding themselves all alone, having to raise this family. Yeah, this is a wife figure. This could be you. This could be someone else. You're stable and secure. They want to be alone. You're good on your own. Let's put this back in and see which way it goes. Tens are the completion of a cycle as well, so. They're hiding and cloaking. They don't want to be alone. They're in this family. Hiding a cloak. Maybe they're hiding a family. I don't know. Acting like they're single. Somebody's immature. Somebody's not the father. It could be a paternity issue as well, okay? Because we saw the sun in reverse. It's right on top of the sun in reverse. Someone's not the father. This could be a stepfather. Or it could be a female in this energy. Somebody's really malicious, ruthless. They could have addictions here. They're in their emotions. Could be drunk all the time or something. The other person could leave the home and go out partying all the time, leaving somebody else at home alone with the kids. And it's not their kids, or it is. Take it for whatever that is. Somebody's self-absorbed and self-centered. Very emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature. Right now, they want somebody standing their ground. They're fighting. They're blocked emotions, blocked intuition, because we saw intuition before. You're standing your ground. I don't know. Somebody's got there's a balancing act here. Maybe they got two families. Maybe they did get somebody else pregnant. I don't know. They got to be careful crossing over these emotions. They could be feeling very emotional right now. Got to balance their emotions, seeing the truth, speaking the truth, gaining clarity upon a situation, no longer mentally conflicted about a situation. They know they have to let go of something, or they know why you let go of them. They're playing around too much. Yeah, they're unfaithful. You can't trust them. They're unreliable, not dependable. They're lazy, immature, and irresponsible. They can't come correct. So that's why you drop them. I don't blame you. Or maybe this person's thinking, I got to drop them. They want to come back towards you. So I'm picking up somebody's really doing something foul within a relationship, so the other person will drop them so they can come back towards you. But they haven't just smartened up. I don't think they have. Somebody's too emotionally invested here. They want to come back towards you because you made them look like a King of Pentacles, male or female, stable and secure, or you are this King of Pentacles. You're very generous and abundant. And they want to come back towards you. Or this is how you made them feel, made them look in the past. Now they're a King of Cups in reverse. Now they want to be a King of Pentacles in the upright because they know you're doing very well. They want to profit off of you. Yeah, now they're in the reverse. Wow. Didn't quite stutter, but things have changed here, okay? They want to appear as a King of Pentacles in the upright, but they're really a King of Pentacles in the reverse. Money hungry, greedy, selfish, materialistic, a bully. They go where the money is, where the clout is. Lazy, jealous. They're jealous of what other people have that they gained truthfully, honestly. They cut corners, right? Get rich quick schemes. They'd rather, they sure know how to spend the money. They don't want to make it, though. They don't want to make it the right way. They'd rather take it, right? Yeah. Something to do with sex, new beginnings, taking action here. Because I don't know, they can't hold on to their money. This is a poor investment. They went towards somebody where, you know, the sex was good maybe. It wasn't love. They want a new beginning with you because they're hurting for money. They want somebody to take action against them and leave. Somebody's being a bully. Yeah, it's non-committal. Losing a home, business, not working. I don't know. The party's over. Not happy. It's not my family. I don't want a family. I don't know what this is, but this is really unstable, whatever this is. It's volatile. Somebody has no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. It's all about the ego and their image. It's a poser, whoever you're dealing with, or whoever whoever you were dealing with. They want to come back towards you. Yeah, they want a second chance with you because they're hurting. They could be losing their home. So maybe the third party is kind of into it. Maybe they're saying go back over there, get some money, use them again. But the third party is super jealous. They want to make you a third party. This happened in the past. Take it for whatever this is. But you have conscious awareness. They could be under divine judgment as well. They need to take accountability for something. Yeah, they know you don't trust them, or this is not a harmonious union. There's lack of trust here. They don't see eye to eye. They're always fighting, not on the same page, right? They want to come back towards you. They're in financial ruin. They could be in spiritual jail. They could be sick and or something to do physically or even mentally, emotionally. They need help here. They need healing. It's a wake-up call for somebody. Illumination of some sort. Yeah, they've been blocked. 2-2 if this resonates. Sudden departure or sudden arrival. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plan. Someone's forced to wait. Yeah, they can't come towards you for some reason. They can't move on yet. They can't escape something. They're in trouble. They don't know what to do. They're in trouble. Yeah, they want a new beginning with you. They're blocking their own new beginning with you. If they come back towards you, then everybody knows you were innocent all along. They made up some wild stories about you. See this? They think they're a sly fox, okay? They feel like a fool. People see it, okay? You're going to see it for a mile away. They think you're a fool still, okay? You're going to peep their game. You see it. You see through the illusions. You broke free. You're not toxic. You don't want toxic around you. There's something to do with they're trying to detach and or you've detached completely. Yeah, they're a narcissist, they're a liar, a user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Self-serving, right? Only out for themselves. They want this other person to leave, or they want to leave this other person. It's all been lies, whatever this is. Their whole life has probably been a lie. They don't see themselves as others see them, okay? You can see through illusions. You can see through narcissists. Maybe you've dealt with them your whole life, right? You turn ice cold when you're around them, maybe. Like you won't give them quarter. You won't give them purchase. This could be a dangerous person as well. They could get handsy, so be careful. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Yeah, you're stable and secure. They want to lie to you some more. Or they're lying to their wife, or you are their wife. You could be a male in this energy, by the way. You're very creative. You're stable and secure. You're hardworking, abundant, independent. You know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You make other people look good. They want to be that King of Pentacles, male or female. Remember that. Because you make them look good. This is the energy that is very multifaceted. It's a healer. It's a nurturer. They take care of everybody in the family, everybody in the office, everyone in the friend group. They try to better their situations, right? Very generous in that way of spirit and soul. You're stable and secure. Yeah, and they're broke. They wanted you to look unstable. They know they breadcrumbed you, used and abused you, and treated you poorly. How they treated you wasn't fair, and they're not equally yoked to you. They're hurting for money here. You're getting your justice. They can't eat or sleep. They're really burdened. They're anxious. Could be having some dreams here. I don't know what they did, but this is, I don't know if it's a form of moral justice and or criminal justice. They're not happy. They're sick. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. They don't want anybody knowing what they've done. Try to hide you maybe at one point. They have no faith, no spiritual protection. They're in their north node, or south node, sorry. They're in their south node. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. Yeah, you're not bothered. You're unbothered. They want to unburden themselves on you, but yeah, no, the ending of a cycle here, you're not taking on their burdens. Because they're a liar, a cheater, and a thief. You could be the one that got away, by the way. They're trying to strategize a way to escape a situation. They know that they're trying to target you, or they did at one point. They never invested in you. They invested poorly. Maybe it has something to do with your finances when you were together. They're hurting for money. Nobody will invest in them anymore. They got their eye on you for something, okay? Ten of Wands in reverse. It's ending of a cycle here. Yeah, it could be the courts that's getting involved with the divine. This could be a marriage. You let it go. You're not bothered. Maybe they feel like, oh, they're married, they're in a new relationship, they got a new baby, that you're going to be bothered by it. You're not bothered. You could be in your own relationship. Yeah. They wanted to sacrifice you, or they're stuck, struggling. They left you stuck and struggling within the relationship. They don't want to let go of you. They can't let go because they can't see things from a different perspective. It's just all been a waste of time. They can't overcome something. They got an STD. So they wanted to blame you for an STD. They're trying to block your new beginnings. There will be no new beginnings for this person. They try to affect your stability or something. This could be an institution, though. They're really stuck for something. Maybe this doppelganger, whomever this is, maybe they stole from you. I don't know. Defrauded you. They're trying to block something. Yeah. Ending a third-party situation. So they got an STD. Somebody's very disgusting, I heard, but disrespectful. Any third-party situation, they can't get any help here. Blocked. It's a backfire. No communication. Something ended suddenly. No forward motion. They're trying to block your forward motion. And yeah, no. You put your past hurts behind you. This is bad news for them. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They're scared. They have no integrity to your honesty. See, I'm really picking up. Yeah, they spread a lot of gossip about you, egregious gossip. They're parting ways with their friends, with their third parties. The party's over, so we're celebrating. They're not happy. There will be no reconciling. They're being blocked by your spirit team, possibly. There's no communication. This is heartless and cruel. They showed you no love. Okay? They took your love and dumped it out. No new beginnings. They're not happy. They could be on the down low as well, and that's where they got the STD. Okay? It could be a male. It could be a female. But they didn't want this coming out. This is not a victory. They're really worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're publicly humiliated. They try to humiliate you. It's backfired onto them. They're very burdened and anxious here because you let them go. And it could be a narc. Okay, we saw the King of Swords in reverse. You don't let a narc go. They let you go. But prior to letting you go, they line up a new supply. They devalue you. Okay? And they start a smear campaign because they don't want anybody knowing that they're the asshole. And how dare you do better than them in life? Do you understand what I'm saying? It just destroys them, destroys their lives as well. You let them go, and how dare you make them angry? They can't block you. You're standing in your power. They can't lower your guard. They can't lower your vibrations. These are low-vibing people. You let them go, and you're still standing beautiful, tall, male or female, standing in your power. You're unafraid. You're creative. You're bold. You're confident. You're alluring. You're attractive and attracting. Divinely protected. Yeah. And they were trying to stop you. It's not going to go anywhere. They can't overcome this. Right? They're trying to stop your wish fulfillment. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. Somebody's putting on an act. You know what I mean? A lot of partying. They could have had, I don't know, a lot of partying. A lot of shit talking. This is a fall from grace for them. They were smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know it all and show off. My, how the mighty fall sometimes, right? This is not what they wanted. No personal satisfaction, no personal success or achievement in their life. They were putting on an act as if maybe they were you, taking on your persona. They're feeling sorry for themselves here. Crying, feeling sorry for themselves, regretting something. I should have done it better. I should have put on a better face. I don't know. It could be a swinger involved. They went to somebody that would do sexual things with them. Yeah, this was unrequited love. There will be no reconciling. They're regretting. They gave out false information about you. They wound up with children or a child that's not theirs possibly, or lost a child. And you remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Okay? Highly intuitive and psychic. And you're speaking your truth. You're not settling. You didn't settle. Okay? This is somebody that's gone through the gamut. This sounds like a divine feminine energy, male or female. Because I'm seeing the queens in the upright, okay? What I'm picking up here is we all start off like rose-colored glasses, in love with everybody, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the Queen of Pentacles comes in afterwards, where you take care of your family, you're hardworking, blah, blah, blah. You're a nurturer and a caregiver. And then the Queen of Wands is in the upright, where you get some fire in your backbone. You go, fuck you, I'm on my own here, okay? I'm going my own way. I don't need you. You're fiery, you're creative. And here, the Queen of Swords, at the end of the day, you're all four queens, male or female, showing the finer qualities of all queens, because you went through the highs and lows of each of these queens, and you learned your lessons, and you elevated. Now you're just at a point where you're fed up. You're not going to take anyone's guff, anyone's shit. You're going to speak the truth, and you're not unafraid. You're not afraid to speak your truth. Okay, you're very astute, discerning, intelligent, wise, and intuitive. And you'll cut somebody with your words if you have to. You dance at the own, the beat. You go to the beat of your own drum. You got yourself out of poverty. You found your confidence, and now they want to come back in from out of the cold. They're assessing a situation. They see that you're creative and inspiring. This is good news. You're getting some good news for yourself. You are good news. They want to contact you. They want to message you or something. They want to come back in from out of the cold. They're hitting some rough spots in life, right? In spiritual jail. This is financial ruin for them. Yeah, they never invested in you. This is they invested elsewhere. And where they invested, well, that person must have invested elsewhere too. Lost a lot of money. They can't hold on to this money. Misappropriation of funds, maybe. End of the road. Can't go any further. They have to relocate. They're parting ways. They're grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. They're looking at typically it's 3 cups here, 2 cups at the back, right, behind the person. They wanted the fast people, the fast life, things that are shiny, but at the end of the day, they don't mean a damn thing. They're not important at the end of the day. They certainly don't add to your life in any way. They come and they go. And they put a good relationship, a good soulmate connection behind, very last, right? Because they were in their ego and in their pride and in their lust, possibly, wanting power and control. And they kept doing this over and over again. They want to come back. They don't want things to end here, okay? This is a universal clapbacks. This is unfinished business. They chose a karmic over a divine being, maybe. They're karmic. You bye. Okay? Their world is upside down. It's a parting of ways. They're very karmic. It was a one-sided deal. Behind your back, they were blah, 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 telling tales, and now they have to face the consequences, okay? They could be sick or unstable. They could have said you were crazy. You had addictions, or they do. They have addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. No peace, harmony, or contentment. No conflict resolution, and no reconciling here. Their life has just gone to shit. Unstable. They were willing to do anything to win, to get what they want, right? Out of ego. If they got anything out of you in the past, it was ill-gotten gains. It was very dishonorable. And everybody involved is taking on losses here, looking ashamed of themselves. It was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. A lot of abuse going on here. Somebody needs to heal, and they don't want to heal. You look at them as a karmic, and they know it. Now, karmic, I say karmic, okay, because it's everything that's meant to teach you a lesson, that broke your heart, that did you wrong in life, everyone is called a karmic. To you, they're a karmic because you learned a lesson. It could be somebody from a past life as well. But you have to close out these cycles to be able to move on to new ones, to better ones, to elevate. You have to elevate. You have to do the soul work. You have to heal. Clear out your karma. This could be a fallen angel as well. They have a demonic attachment. They lied. Okay, they could be stalking you and harassing you. They're jealous and abusive. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander about you. They're petty and they're cruel. Maybe they said you were demonic and it got a whole bunch of people after you. Whatever this is, they're fighting with everybody. They're angry. Yeah, they're fighting with everybody. What I tell you, everybody that got involved, they're all taking on losses. This is conflict, competition, drama, jealousy. They wanted you to compete and vie for them. You're not about to do that. And I'm picking up, this is supply, narcissistic supply, because, okay, now you're up now. I'll go to the next one afterwards, and that one. And this person's could be bisexual, you know. They go where they go. There's a lot of secrecy going on here. You used your intuition. You're very wise. You could be a reader. You could be psychic, like the card said. Or they're going to psychics to see what you're doing. Checking out your money supply. I don't know. They're an opportunist. You're stable and secure. You are a blessing. Yeah. They devalued you. This is a doppelganger. You went towards a doppelganger. Maybe them and the doppelganger, male or female, are an opportunist. Maybe they tried to pretend they were you. They defrauded you. There's a lot going on here. It's just not saying it yet. They devalued you. They wanted power and control. This is a power of attorney or something like that. A conservatorship. Somebody's very toxic. They got paid to say you were toxic, a bad mother, something like that, because they were greedy and selfish. They were holding back. They want protection. A lot of lies and illusions and secrecy going on here. You tapped into your intuition. That's how you protected yourself. Working behind you, against you. Nothing is as it seems. They could be in their emotions. There's a lot hidden here. There's much confusion, but you were alone. You walked it. You used your intuition. That's what got you through. I keep seeing that. That's what got you through this situation. They don't want to let go of you. Yeah. They're scared here, okay? They're sick. They're scared. They could have said you were sick. You have an STD or you're mentally unsound. This is a scandal. Somebody does not want to heal. They don't want to be alone. A lot of lies, okay? No truth or clarity. A lot of lies. No communication. They got caught. They have to come clean about their lies about you. They're not getting away with what they did to you. Overkill. Maybe they tried to take you out. Maybe they're on their way out. They want forgiveness. Ten of Swords in reverse. They knew what they were doing was wrong. They did it anyway. They were juggling while they were sick. They have an STD. And you let them go. You're not worried because you're not sick. They couldn't take you out. So this is the inheritance. This is the love bomber they hired to come after you and infect you, to disgrace you, because your family ain't shit. Okay? You're balanced in alignment. They're sick. They're dying, maybe. I hate to say it so matter-of-factly, but that's what I'm picking up, okay? You got some bad news. They played around too much and they got caught. Okay? Somebody's making a head-over-heart decision, weighing options. Yeah, this is a warlock, opposer, or player. They don't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. It's all about ego, arrogance, pride, and conceit. They're a coward down deep inside. It's a follower, not a leader. They have no authority in life or spiritual or anything. They're a gold digger and a cloud chaser. This is change. I can hear them crying in my head. This is change. You're very fortunate. The divine has stepped in. The universe has stepped in. That you're on top of this will. You put the work in. You're successful. They want to come back towards you now. Wow. This is self-mastery. Self-mastery of your emotions, of your work. You planted these seeds, you watered them, you nurtured them, you're very diligent in your work, you're tireless, I just heard. Even if you're tired, you go, you know you need to do it, because who else, right? When you put the work into yourself and you do what's right, yeah, we all have the same amount of time. We all have the same amount of hours in a day. You could be the same age as somebody. And they're, oh, I don't have time to do this, that, and the other thing. But you do. What's the excuse? You know what I'm saying, right? It's because you're determined to do the right thing. You're determined to rise up. You're determined to have the life that you want and not steal it, not defraud, not lie, not do magic, not kill, not slander, not cause pain and laugh at it. Yeah, it's a large amount of money. This is long-term stability. Your ancestors are working with you. Congratulations. This is the universe stepping in. This is the end of a family. Tens are endings, right? This was a crime. This was abuse. This was reckless endangerment. You're going to have to release this towards you. Somebody's freaking out. They're going to have to release this money towards you. You're going to have to let it go. Or they let you go because they abused you. They're not renting space in your head. You removed all obstacles. They can't restrict you. They can't. They didn't foresee this. They can't move forward. Their ships aren't coming in. Whatever they were planning, it fell apart, and they're not prepared for this. They could be at a distance, and they can't come near you, and or they didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. Non-committal. Didn't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone. They're forced to wait. This is a tower. They shot the bed, and they're getting kicked out of this tower here. They were holding back. They could have forged your signature, impersonated you. They felt entitled. They could be stealing your work, ideas, and achievements. As a poser, like I said, okay, they're argumentative and combative. You manifested something here, okay? This is conscious awareness. You have a direct connection with Source. You're manifesting something new. You transmute, you alchemize, you're balanced. You're very focused on what you're here to do. You have all the tools you need. This is success, by the way. You're in control. You hold the power. This is also taking some sort of action here. Yeah, they can't take you out. If they sent you on a life spells, they can't take you out. You alchemized it. They kept doing something over and over again. It's overkill. It's getting old. It's stale right now. They're resisting change. They can't change something. Something's not changing. You're still balanced. You're still doing what you do. There could be a lot of people transitioning, by the way, because of this. There's changes here. There's a lot of butterflies in that one card. They wanted to trade their dark cloud above their head. They wanted to give it to you. They can't. This is a profound and permanent loss or end for these people. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They wanted to disgrace you. They had a grudge against you because you let them go. You hurt their pride and their ego. They're going to have to let this go. You bossed up, took back your power. This could be somebody else stepping in. It's a scam. Okay, scam artists. They were doing magic on you, having casual hookups everywhere, wearing a mask. They didn't want you having love, friendship, or support. They never supported you. They just wanted to look this way. This could be a father figure as well. They spread egregious gossip about you. They're parting ways with their friends, cult, coven, secret society, or third parties. They're not happy. There will be no reconciling this. Yep. This is no communication. Bad news. They lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. They felt entitled. Okay, this is drama starter. They're very juvenile. Could have lost a child or made up stories for you to lose a child or children. I don't know. They're very juvenile, whatever this is. This is the type of person that needs outside validation. They're bored. They're dull. Okay? They have no creativity and no inspiration. Yeah, they're not getting away with this. They can't move on. They can't escape. They are in trouble. And they cannot come near you. They can't contact you. They can't come near you. They're being stopped by the divine. You're getting your guidance. Congratulations. You've been guided throughout. Faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. Netflix and chill. Sneaking around. Friends with benefits. Spending time with someone else. Tired of the drama. Yeah, you got tired. I wouldn't blame you. Now they're in the middle of drama. Maybe whatever they did to you is being done to them. They got hired by your family or whoever this was, to destabilize you, to get you infected with something, to make you look bad, disgrace you. And they wound up with a player that's disgracing them. There's something to do with a recording. Somebody could have been blackmailed into doing this to you. Announcement, expression, and revealing. Suspicion. Somebody's under suspicion here. Vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. Intuition is what guided you through. You have a sixth sense. Maybe you have more than a sixth sense. Intuition, subconscious here. Multiple accusations that were unfounded. It was all them. They're in denial right now. Too bad. The proof is in the pudding. Let's see what else we can get from this. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so what deck do you want me to use, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. Get the angel numbers on that. How are we ending this, please, angels? It's a final message here. 000. Reflect. Wow. They wanted to be a hero, and they're just a 0. Soul journey, inner reflection, alignment, infinite possibilities, mindfulness, contemplation. Oh yeah, they're ruminating over this. Take time to reflect on your soul's journey. You're a part of an infinite universe where all things are possible. Clear your mind, realign your thoughts, and rediscover your purpose. It could be for you and or for someone else in the equation. I don't know. It's kind of like a reset, right? Starting from scratch. 3, 4, 5. Personal power. Personal power, strength, change, reflection, empowerment, future creation. You have the personal power and strength to create the changes you desire in your life. Reflect on your current situation and identify areas of dissatisfaction. Your future is in your hands and depends on how you choose to shape it. If you want to read the bottom of the cards, just pause it. It's just basically questions. How can you make things better? Blah, blah, blah. So you can just pause the video and read it. 404, mind energy. Focus, determination, preparation, mental strength, clarity, resolve, future readiness. Prepare your mind for future challenges. Mental strength and focus will help you overcome obstacles with determination and hard work. That's all it takes. It's cliche, but it's true. It's hard work. Do what's right. 8888. I've been seeing a lot of 8s lately. It's personal power here. Material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, and epic romance. Now, this could have been something to do with this inheritance, family inheritance, or they wanted your spiritual, whatever this is, but everything they tried on you is not working, and you might be now doing something professionally. You've hit something big here, or you're doing very, very well for yourself, or maybe you did get that inheritance, or you will. They want back in now, right? All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Finally, right? You deserve it. Use it for the greater good. 66, that's balance, a number of balance. 2244. So don't worry. Calm, optimism, joy, trust, release, and soul's mission. Like I said, work on yourself and heal. That's how you elevate and manifest what is truly meant for you. Instead of fighting against this whatever. They wanted you to fight with them, go back to back, lower your standards. They wanted to demean you, in other words. And you chose to go the other way. You made the right choice with grace and dignity. So calm, optimism, joy, trust, release, soul's mission. If you've been consumed by worry, fear, or concerns about the physical world, it's time to shift your focus. Move from stressing over material needs to joyfully pursuing your soul's mission with optimism. And that's exactly what you did, and that's what brought the balance back into your world. And it's going to keep coming. So keep doing what you do. It works, obviously, right? Some people might think, oh, that's bullshit. You don't know me. You don't know my story. You haven't lived my life. But you know what? It's tried and true. When you drop the anger, you drop the ego, you drop the pretenses, you drop trying to compete with other people, you stop looking at what they have, and you concentrate on you and healing and building that life you want for yourself. Because nobody can tell you what kind of life you should have. They try. But that's not going to be the life that's best for you. You know who you are deep down inside. You know what's best for you. So, at the end of the day, you got to listen to you. Angels, give us some more insight on this, please. 4751. What else would you like them to know? So, we have 7 of Wands. Yeah, standing strong. Being protected here. Block their way. 29, that's justice and tarot. That's 11, right? The expected God, liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. They were doing a lot of shit behind your back. Page of Swords. Under surveillance, investigation, delay. They're trying to shut you up, and that's not working. They were doing, I don't know, picture spells or whatever it is they do. They know that you know the truth. They just didn't want you to speak it, but I think you are speaking it somehow. They're trying to shut everybody else up around them. If they did shut up spells on you, it's gone back on them. Could be an arrest here. They wanted to sacrifice you. God, the refuge. Refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. So everything's coming out now. You don't have to say a damn thing. Page of Wands. Congratulations. It's good news for you. 27, that's 9. You went within. You might have been alone, but you weren't. There's an investigation. That's 9, Hermit. The preventing God. So you might have felt left out. You might have felt rejected. But that's God's protection, right? He knows all, sees all, and hears all. So propagation of light confounds the wicked and slanders. They slandered you. Saves from enemies. Queen of Wands, you were shielded at all times, male or female. Took back your power. You're bossing up. There's this authority here. The hidden God. Divine power guards against mental troubles. They could have said you were mentally unstable. Because they were sending you mental magic. They're trying to make you look unstable to others. So maybe they can place you somewhere, lock you up somewhere, take you out, get you to take yourself out so they can have this money free and clear, because they've already had this money for a while, or they were promised this money. Take it for whatever this is, or they wanted your spiritual gifts. It's different for everybody. Aladia, keeping things to yourself can be difficult. Try not to overshare today. So you might know something and you want to say something and it's not yet time. That could be it too. Heck, I know what that feels like. Keep it quiet for a little while longer, okay? Or maybe that's spirit just saying, listen, we're popping at the seams. We really want to tell you the good news, but we can't. Like a bell. Could you make a shift? Do some social search. Do some soul searching to see if you're on the right path. So maybe you're still being tested a little bit. You know, we're always forever being tested, right? And just know that the teacher is always quiet while the student's taking the test. So if you feel like you haven't heard much from your soul teams, from the angels, from God, it's because they're being a little bit quiet. It's because they're testing you. Oh, man, okay, I'm going to shuffle this some more because this came out in the last read. It might be, I don't know. The reads are all scattered. It's just the energy, okay? Aniel, meditation is important today. Aniel will help you find peace of mind. It's a 2 of swords. Sihia, a healthy, happy life lies ahead. Material prudence should be practiced today. So you might want to go out and do some retail therapy. You might want to spend. Things are looking great. But for now, hold back on buying those big ticketed items. Hold back until just a little while longer, okay? For whatever reason. Maybe they're still sending you some sort of spell work. I don't know. Trying to gum up the works. Maybe you haven't received this money yet. Just be prudent with your money at this moment. I know that some of you might want to move, or move into a bigger place, more accommodating, a better neighborhood, get away from these numbskulls maybe. I get you, I hear you, I'm there too. But the point is deal with what you have right now. Make do. It might not be a mansion. You don't need a mansion, but it might not be ideal right now, but make it work. You have so far. And just hang on to your money until the divine says go. You're going to have much more coming towards you, okay? So you have the strength of iron. You will score victory over your challenges. And Daniel, they threw you into the lion's den, never realizing that the divine's got the lion's mouths closed, right? You come out unscathed. Have you a decision to make? Weigh your options with Daniel to find the path. Your name could be Daniel, or you're dealing with a Daniel, or Danielle, or a variation of that name. Vehuel, have a sense of humility. Don't be too proud so you can find peace against troubles. So yeah, the last thing you want to do is brag and rub their noses in it, even though they deserve it. When somebody, you know, in the old days, a dog would piss or shit somewhere, sometimes they would rub their noses in it. Teach them, no. I don't agree with it, but that's the way it was. And these people should have their noses rubbed in it. Maybe that's what the divine's doing right now. You made this shit. This is your shit pile. Let's rub your nose in it. But it's not up to you. Let the divine do it, okay? So congratulations. It looks really good for you. Not so good for them. It's all coming out in the woodwork, okay? Everything they were hiding, all the dastardly deeds, all these people they sent against you, and made it look like it's a relationship, made it look like it was a friendship, made it look like something it wasn't. They're all being found out. Congratulations. Until next time, take care.